and I'm going to show you how to iron your shirts. Ironing your, or not just shirts, but anything really. Knowing how to iron your clothes is really important because, like, if you get invited to a wedding or something like that, or maybe you have to give a speech in front of your public speaking class, or maybe you have to go to like a job interview or something like that, then you have to dress up. And if you just have creases and stuff all over your clothes, no one's really going to take you seriously. So the first step really is to make sure you have all of your stuff, the iron, the ironing board, and the shirt or pants or whatever. Also, you need to know like the settings and stuff like that for your shirts. So this is a 100% cotton shirt. So cotton shirts, there's actually a setting on the iron for cotton because it's kind of higher and they're like thicker material. So you have to know how to, or like, you have to like, it requires a little bit more heat than other stuff like polyester and silk and satin and stuff like that. So the first step is to take this little knob and turn it from off to about halfway, and you're good to start going. So I like to take the collar first, unbutton it, lay it down flat, and then just, I usually use like the top corner. It's not hot. Are you kidding me?
Did you turn it on when you plugged it in?
I definitely did. This thing is like $6 from Walmart, so that's really unfortunate. It's also spilling water everywhere. There, it's working now. Maybe. Okay, so for the collar, I typically use like the top like quarter, just because you don't really need to use the entire thing. And it's also very important to flatten it out so that you don't actually make more creases in your shirts than if you just kind of just bunch it up. A very important part of ironing is you're not really supposed to press down really hard. You can kind of just use the weight of the iron to naturally get the creases out. And because my shirt is like perfectly dry, I didn't really wet it before. You have a little button right here that you can use. You can spray water onto it, and that kind of helps. So here's the collar. You can also flip it down so that you can get the crease so that it's not like slanted. That's just the same process as before. Just make sure that you have the crease nice and crisp. Next, I'm going to move on to a sleeve. So first you want to unbutton the sleeve. And just lay it out lengthwise. Oh, also this is another important thing. You don't ever really want to just like leave the iron just sitting down on your clothes because you can burn it. And then you also don't want to leave it on the table because you can do that. So you always want to lift it, set it like that. So I'm just going to spray it. I'm going to use the entire length of the iron this time because it's a wider surface. Spread it out. Make sure all the creases are out of the shirt. And next I'm going to move on to the side of the shirt. This is, I think, the most important because this is the most visual part of the shirt. And you have to be careful because all the buttons, you don't really want to leave the iron on the buttons because you can ruin them. So you just spread it out. Go in between all of the buttons. Also, if you have something like sequins or beads on your shirts, or if you have like a logo or anything like that, you don't really want to iron over that because you can ruin it. You can take, sometimes you can melt it. I've actually had that happen. That's unfortunate. Just go between all of the buttons. And spread it out just a little bit more. Throw the collar again. The next side. Still the same process on the next side. The shirt has a pocket on the front, so try to be careful with that. You also kind of want to keep your hands away from the iron itself. If you leave your hand like right here, you can actually burn yourself, and that's not a lot of fun. And that's how to iron your shirt. I hope you guys learned.